Hello guys, what's up? How are you doing? Welcome retro lovers. In the past video I talked to you about the creation of Are You Afraid of the Dark Nickelodeon in 1990, and I mentioned the best 10 episodes according to the IMDb website. Okay, I give you the 10 best episodes, and in this occasion I'm gonna give you the 10 best episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark according to the Game Brand website. So let's go watch it. Okay, so in the 10th place we got the Tale of the Ghastly Greener. Ethan Wood, a struggling comic book artist, discovers a newly opened store on his town called Comic Books Inc. When Ethan meets the mysterious owner, she gives him with an ultra-rare comic book titled The Ghastly Greener that unleash evils beyond his wilder dreams. As events unfold, the history of Blues-mounted maniacal court jester causes everyone in town to become zombie-like psychopaths who laugh uncontrollably while under his powerful influence. Similar like the Joker, right? So the clown make everyone becomes like psycho and start laughing like crazy. For many, it was the visuals and chilling performance from the Ghastly Greener himself who haunted the viewers the most. In the 9th place, we got the Tale of the Night Shift. Wow, this was, I like it so much, one of my favorite episodes. So, the history starts with an occult night at the United Hospital. A volunteer nurse named Amanda notices several of her peers have vanished. As time passes, however, she begins to realize that the staff walking the halls are just regular orderliers, they are acting like robots, and they are vampires. Where the blood effects in this episode might have aged by today's standards, for some it's the premise of a hospital staffed by alluring vampires that haunt their psyche. So in the 8th place, we got the Tale of the Quicksilver. The history is when odd occurrences give brothers Aaron and Duke the creeps in their family's new house, they begin to suspect that something wicked is afoot. The brothers are soon after redled by the death of a classmate. Before learning that a murderous demon is out for their souls next. Serving as one of the more grim episodes in the show's catalog, the makeup effects, eerie music cues, and shocking conclusion have kept fans talking about it for more than 25 years. Woo, that's a lot. So the Tale of the Quicksilver got the 8th place. In the 7th place, we got the tale, well, it's the same, the Tale of the Doll Maker. During a weekend visit with her aunt, Sally, and Uncle Pete, a teenage girl named Melissa yearns to kill boredom with her neighborhood friend, Susan Henderson. When going to Susan's house to see her, she notices everyone is gone, but nothing inside. Eventually, she lets herself inside and discovers a tiny doll house that closely resembles the Henderson's family home. Later, a tiny door inside of the doll house slams, and the thrills begin. Presenting an unsettling premise and clever set design, this episode stands as one of few that have managed to scare fans well into entering adulthood when taking a look back to the episode again. Number 6, The Tale of the Dark Music. It was one of my favorites too. Partially adjusting to his parents' divorce, a young boy, Andy Carr, moves to a new neighborhood and quickly makes enemies with a local bully, a punk rock kid named Koda. One night, while doing the laundry in the basement of his new house, Andy discovers an old cellar with a wooden radio inside of it. Seconds later, a deep, gravelly voice comes out of the radio, calling out to him for another plan of existence. Whoa. While not many episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark focus on an evil protagonist, for some viewers rooting for the bad guy is what makes this chapter a classic. Number 5, The Tale of the Many Faces. When a photo shoot doesn't go as hoped for Emma, an aspiring model, she feels envy within herself as one of her peers becomes a new magazine cover girl. Moments after the audition, Emma is approached by a talent scout where she is given the opportunity to meet a successful model, Madame Visage, who offers her a secret powder to make her face prettiest. But what's the issue? It is that those who use the powder begin to lose their faces entirely. And that's when we start seeing she and her partners that wear the powder have to start wearing masks because they start losing their face shape. Number 4, The Tale of the Lonely Ghost. Amanda Cameron has a sleepover at her tumultuous cousin Beth's house. Amanda learns that her only way to impress Beth and her cousin's friends by going into a haunted house in the neighborhood, like a challenge of phasmophobia. When Amanda enters the desert home, she learns that the spirit lurking within the walls isn't just some evil poltergeist, but the somber ghost of a dead girl who has previously died there. This 20-year tale subverts the viewer's expectations by beginning as a spooky ghost story while building toward a more heartfelt parable about love before it concludes. Number 3. The Tale of the Water Demons. When troubled adolescent Sean Mackenzie and his cousin Dean Wilson go to make a coffee delivered to his cantankerous elderly neighbor, Captain Abraham Winchester, they discover a glass display case full of treasure, where Sean takes the liberty of sweeping a golden pocket watch. Later, he learns that the watch, along with all the other treasure, had been removed from the bones of dead sailors, when soon enough Sean's dreams are terrorized by their ghost. In the end, the message of this tale is to caution the audience about the importance of one's own self. Number 2. The Tale of Dead Man's Float. 40 years after a teenage boy mysterious death in a high school pool, a shy Swiss kid named Zach Matthews tried to overcome his childhood fear of drowning with the help of his friend Clarice. When spending an evening together swimming, they are viciously attacked by an unknown creature that takes the skeletal shape of a zombie. Providing some of the show's best known jump scares, The Dead Man's Floating combines coming of age elements with horror for a beloved history about how one overcomes their own fears. About how one can overcome their own fears. And number 1, and the best one according to this top 10, is The Tale of the Laughing in the Dark. Remember the clown puppet, in the horror, what? Admit one's truth, regardless of what negative consequences it might bring. The haunted local attraction. Okay, so when a timid high school boy named Josh is there by his sister and her friends to swipe the red nose of a clown in a haunted farmhouse, he quickly learns just how haunted the local attraction truly is, the hard way. Generation after generation in town spreads the legend that a circus clown who had burned to death in an accident after allegedly stealing the traveling act's payroll, who becomes the full spirit that haunts Josh. This history mostly stands out to fans with the way it centers around the theme of coulrophobia, which is the fear to the clowns, and the harsh realities of being a public entertainer. As Nickelodeon powered this was the first place. Okay, so as Nickelodeon powered the Midnight Dolls on the original Are You Afraid of the Dark series in 2000, the show eventually garnered a reboot starting in 2019 that has brought both older and newer generations together. Their first season received enough attention that it is currently airing its second season nowadays. It's safe to say that the dark tales of the Midnight Society aren't yet done from being told. So, are you agree with the top 10 of this website called Gamer Rant? Or what do you think? And my very favorite chapters about this top 10 was the tale of